Good morning, my KO1 kids. Happy, terrific, thankful Thursday. I am so happy to be here with you all on Thankful Thursday. And today is going to be, let's see, look out the window. Oh no, today is going to be a cloudy day. I think it's going to be rainy. But before we even talk about the weather, we are on Thankful Thursday. Yay, we've made it to Thursday. And Thursday starts with the, not the t sound like T. It does start with T, but it doesn't make the t sound, right? It makes the sound like Thursday. Okay, so Thankful Thursday. And again, we are still on the month of April. We are in the last week of April this week. Okay. And today's date is actually the 30th, if you can see it really close, the 30th, 30. But remember, we can't reveal our pattern piece yet, right? We can't see our pattern piece yet. So that's Thursday, April, Thankful Thursday, April 30th. And we are in the year 2020. We're still here in 2020. All right, so let's see. We're going to reveal our pattern for the day. But before we do that, take a look behind me and see and notice that we had to start the week on Monday was a measuring, well, it was a soda bottle, but it was holding liquid, right? Measuring liquid. We found out that was a liter of liquid. Then we had a thermometer, temperature gauge on Tuesday. Then yesterday we had the ruler. So, who do you think knows? Who knows what comes after the ruler? So I'm gonna look up the week before, right? So look at the week before, and right after the ruler last week was a balance beam, right? And that measures weight. And then over here, the last ruler all the way over there, that's a ruler. And then come all the way down here, that's a scale. So we had a balance beam that measures weight, and we had a scale that measures weight. That's interesting. So who knows what comes after the ruler? You're right, my friends. It is something that measures weight. So let's see. Let's see what it could be. Dun, dun, dun. Let's reveal. Take it off. Take the little Post-its off. We know that it's the 30th, right? We know it's April 30th. And it looks like, oh my goodness, what is it? Wow, do you know what that is, friends? If you're ever driving on the highway and you see truck stop, trucks actually get off the highway and they get on a special scale and it weighs the truck. That's a truck scale. Do you know? I didn't even know that they had scales that measured trucks, but that's a truck scale. So it goes with our pattern. See that? After the ruler comes the scale. It comes measuring of weight. It could be a person scale or a truck scale or a vegetable scale. So that seems like that is what comes after a ruler. So today's pattern piece is another scale, and it's a truck scale. So let's say our whole date together. Today is Thursday, April 30th. Thursday, April 30th. And we are in the year 2020. April 30th, 2020. And it's Thankful Thursday. So I cannot wait to see what we're thankful for today. I'm gonna go put up this pattern piece. I'll be right back. So we have, friends, we have one more day of April. This is the last week of April. So we have April 30th we're on today, and then tomorrow's April 31st. Isn't that crazy that we're almost in? Who knows what comes after April? I do. May comes after April. So we have a couple of more days until we get to May 1st. All right, now let's do the days that we've been in school. So I'm going to show you yesterday. Yesterday we were in school 137 days. So who can tell me what comes after 137? I don't know. Oh, yes, I do. It's a really big number. It is 138. So we've been in school for 138 days. And like I always say, even though we're not together in school, we are still learning, Linden Tree learning. Even though it's distantly, we are still learning. Oh, yes, and I didn't check my phone, but I think that today's weather is going to be kind of rainy. Yeah, look at that. It looks like rain, 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 rain. And cloudy and kind of damp and cold. So stay in your house and do something fun. Maybe make slime. Sorry, parents. I didn't really mean that. Don't make slime. All right, so for today, we're going to read a funny story. Jason actually got this book when he went into kindergarten. So this is actually a good book since you guys are heading to first grade. It's kind of like when you change grades. It's good to be brave like this little fish, okay? And I want you to be brave because we're going through such a crazy time in this world, right? So we have to always be brave and think that we can accomplish and overcome things and be resilient and brave, bounce back from anything that can knock us down and head on with a nice brave tail or a nice brave face. So let's see what happens in this story. I don't know who the brave fish is here. Let's make a prediction. So remember, a prediction is a guess. So let's predict based on the cover. Let's see, who do you think is going to be the brave fish in this story? Do you think the big fish is going to be the brave one or the little baby fish is going to be the brave one? My guess is the little baby fish, but let's actually find out. So the bravest fish saves the day. Oh, I can't wait. The bravest fish saves the day. Wow. Far below the waves at the bottom of the sea lived a sparkly fish called Stanley. His little cousin Dennis had come to stay, and he was very excited. I can't wait to play with you and your friend Stanley, said Dennis. There's Stanley and Dennis. Cool, it's me, called Stanley to Percy, Turtle, and Pufferfish. This is my little cousin Dennis. I'm looking after him today. Let's play Snap with a Shark, cried Dennis, flopping his fins. But Percy gasped, oh no, what about a nice game of hide and seek instead? That's just right for a little fish like you. Silly Dennis, he wanted to play with a shark. Okay, said Dennis. Everyone hide and I'll find you, even if you're in a deep, dark cave. I'm not scared. No peeking, Dennis, called Stanley. Dennis counted slowly. 8, 9, 10. Ready or not, here I come. But the hiding places were far too easy and not scary at all. Dennis gave a big sigh. Hide and seek isn't much fun after all, he said sadly. Oh, he wants to do something more fun. What should we play next? Asked Pufferfish. I know. Let's all arm wrestle on Octopus, exclaimed Dennis. Or, smiled Stanley, we could bounce on the sponges instead. Here, you have the little one, Dennis, so that you don't bounce too high and get too dizzy. But Dennis did the biggest bounce that he could. This fish has no fear. Dennis is a no fear type of fish. Yippee, he said. He shot far off into the sea. Dennis, come back, called Stanley. I'm supposed to be looking after you. That was amazing, giggled Dennis. Oh, Dennis, gasped Stanley. I don't want you to get into any more trouble. Let's play I Spy. That's a nice quiet game. You go first. Okay, sighed Dennis. If we have to. I spy with my little eye something beginning with W. I know, a weed, said Percy. No, said Dennis. That's easy, boasted Turtle. Water. Or is it a whelk? Asked Pufferfish. No, said Dennis. Oh, it's gotta be a worm, said Stanley. No, giggled Dennis. Everyone looked at each other. Well, what is it then? A big whale. Dennis laughed. Jumping jellyfish, cried Stanley. Swim for it. But it was too late. The whale opened his gigantic mouth and everyone was sucked inside. It was very dark inside the whale's mouth. Oh, I'm scared, said Percy. Me too, said Pufferfish and Turtle. Whatever are we going to do? But little Dennis wasn't scared. Don't worry, everyone. I know what to do. And using his feathery fins, Dennis began to tickle the whale beneath. He started to tickle him right on his inside of his tummy. The whale began to sniff and sniff until, what do you guys think happened? Do you think that he sneezed? I think that he sneezed. Achoo! The whale gave a huge sneeze. Everyone was catapulted through the water in a whoosh of bubbles. Whee! Cried Dennis. That was the best game ever, laughed Dennis. Well done, Dennis, said Pufferfish. What a brave little fish you are. Stanley looked at his cousin and giggled. I think you should be the one who looks after us, Dennis. Little Dennis gave a great big smile, and the 5 friends swam off to play. And there is the deep blue sea, with all of the sea anemones and all of the fish. Okay, my friends. So Dennis seems like, this is Dennis, little Dennis. So were your predictions correct? I wonder. I predicted that the little fish was going to be the brave one in this story. And my predictions were correct, which is good. But you know what? You can make a prediction and sometimes it's not always right, which is okay too. So my friend Dennis here, the little tiny fish, was so brave. He wanted to go play with the whale. He wanted to go play with the octopus. He didn't want to do silly things like bounce on the plants and bounce on the sponge plants. And he just wanted to get into trouble. He was really brave. So for Crew today, for Thankful Thursday, April 30th, I would like you guys to tell me a time when you were extra, extra brave, right? We have to be extra brave in a world like this today, and we have to overcome and be resilient, like I always say. So I want you to, in Crew, draw me a picture, or you can take a video, whichever you choose, of a time when you were extra, extra brave, like my friend Dennis. Okay, friends? Have an awesome, awesome Thankful Thursday. See you soon.